Sorry.
Oh, no.
I was talking to this by a lot of my friends and said, you know, Larry, we've been talking about these issues of crime, of the outrageous cost of living. You know, the average price of a home in California just hit $800,000. 150% more than the national average. Largely because of the environmental extremists that have stopped homes from being built. You put a spoon in the dirt, someone's going to file a lawsuit claiming that you have an adverse impact on the environment. There's a magazine called CEO Magazine. It's been around for 17 years. And for 17 years, Texas has been determined to be the most business-friendly state in the union. Based upon taxes, based upon spending, based upon the power of the public sector unions. And for 17 years, California has been determined to be the worst. And for the first time in our state's nearly 170-year history, people are leaving. Middle-class people are leaving, not just millionaires and billionaires, Bernie Sanders says. These people making 150 and 100K are leaving, and the number one reason they give is the price of a home. My father came here in 1945, right after the war. And my father worked 2 full-time jobs of janitor, cleaning toilets. Had a wife, my mother, stayed home until the youngest of us was in middle school. With his income, he was able to save enough nickels and dimes to buy a home in South Central LA that is now worth $600,000. Wonderful for us because it's still in the family. But somebody who's got an 8th grade dropout education like my dad could not afford that house if he or she worked 3 full-time jobs because the cost of living has gotten so utterly outrageous. When I get up there, I'm going to declare a public emergency on housing. We have a growing problem, as you well know, with homelessness. And what Gavin Newsom and his cohorts in Sacramento want to do is have a housing-first policy. Build houses. And of course, the houses are far more expensive than would be the case if they built them without all the restrictions. But if you haven't dealt with the underlying reason why people are on the streets in the first place, you haven't done anything. And most of the people on the streets are mentally ill, or they have substance abuse problems, and they need to be treated. And there's plenty of money to do that. You involve the churches, you involve mosques, you involve synagogues. Government does not know what to do that, they can. And once you do that, then they have to have low-cost housing, and that's not possible until and unless you unleash the private sector, and that's not going to happen until we suspend or waive the California Environmental Quality Act that has caused so many developers.